Kelsey Robb, Lighthouse. Lighthouse, Kelsey Robb.
This may or may not surprise you, but I was a jock in high school. Basketball, volleyball, cross-country, track, golf, you name it, I was there. One day, my 16-year-old self was leaving practice. I had my sweatshirt on, headphones in. I pushed open the door of the gym, and as I walked into the school hallway, a single shoe flew across my line of vision. I watched as one brown sandal slowly stumbled to a halt. Turning to see the culprit, standing there was one of my classmates, someone I had never really talked with before. He stood there with a cut-off t-shirt, giant lizard tattoo going up his arm, his hair standing straight up. He looked at me, and with complete sincerity in his voice, he said, "I wanted to see how far I could throw my shoe." Like that was a completely normal thing to be doing. My friends, both here and afar, I will never forget the day a single shoe flew across that hallway, because that is the day I met my friend Nate. He and I came from very different backgrounds. I was the straight-laced jock with perfect attendance. He was not. He continued to have his group of friends, and I continued to have mine. From that day forward, we developed a kinship. We would go for a walk during lunch, maybe after school, and we would sit, our backs pressed against the cold brick wall of the school, and we would talk. Well, I would talk and he would listen. School is hard. School surrounded by teenagers is even harder. The pressure to fit in, the pressure to do well, the pressure to get into the right school and hang out with the right people. Time after time, as I sat there feeling the weight of the world on my shoulders, he would listen. Time after time, the words he said in response rang clear, that it's okay. Tomorrow is a new day. We'll figure it out. It's okay. Tomorrow's a new day. We'll figure it out. I began to develop my entire system of beliefs around these words. His message resonated with me at my core. Those words became my rock, my foundation, my lighthouse, guiding me safely into harbor. One day as I walked into school, the first person I encountered was one of my instructors. Normally a very cheery woman, she had a distraught look on her face. She pulled me aside. She said, "Kelsey, Nate's dead. He took a gun and he shot himself." The person that told me it was going to be okay wasn't. The person that said tomorrow's a new day would have no more tomorrows. In that single moment with a single conversation and a single gunshot, my rock shattered. My foundation cracked. My lighthouse snuffed out. I became lost in an endless loop, not knowing what of his words I could still believe. While his message still resonated with me, the messenger wasn't quite who I thought. I don't know about you, but there are times in my life when people don't meet the expectations I set of them. There are times when organizations don't meet the standards they purport. There are times when I don't meet the expectations I set of myself. It took me a very long time to learn to separate the message from the person and the person from the actions. It took me a very long time to learn that while Nate will have no more tomorrows, I can still believe in the power of tomorrow, and I do. From that, I learned an even greater lesson, is that sometimes people fall down. Sometimes organizations don't meet standards. Sometimes I fail. My challenge to you is this. We must learn to separate the message from the person and the person from the actions. When we are able to do that, we are able to learn. We are able to grow, and more than anything, we are able to apply those lessons moving forward. Ultimately, what I learned is this. I learned that it's not about the person, it's about the lesson they teach us. It's not about the organization, it's about the system of beliefs it instills within us. It's not about the speaker or the speech. It's about the message it contains. Nate was my guiding light. And while that light no longer shines for him, he lit a torch in me to carry forward. I carry his words with me to this day. They continue to grow and change as I continue to grow and change. It's still hard, and I still don't quite understand what happened. But what I do know is this. At the end of a long, hard day, when I feel the weight of the world on my shoulders, I go for a walk. I sit with my back pressed against the cold brick wall. I think back on those conversations. I hear his words ring loud and clear that it's okay. Tomorrow is a new day. We'll figure it out. It's okay. Tomorrow's a new day. We'll figure it out. And every once in a while, I'll take a shoe and throw it just to see how far it'll go.